Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. I am going to be creating looks with all 4 palettes. Yes, I said it, all 4 palettes. Wish me luck. I'm not sure how this video is going to go, but we will see. My plan is I'm not going to put any foundation or any makeup on my face on at least 3 looks, and on the last look I will just go ahead and finish off my face. Just because I feel like I'm already breaking out a lot. My friend is coming in the next couple days. Like you can see, I have like a huge pimple right here and right here. So yes, my flow is coming. So I don't want to irritate my skin any more than it's already going to be by me rubbing off 3 looks. So I just wanted to give you guys a disclaimer that 3 of the looks will not be having foundation or anything on. We are getting ready to go to Orlando today for a little mini family vacation, taking the kids to Disney. So that's why I look like this, and I'm going to be doing my hair later. So I just decided to let my hair air dry today. So I guess you can say that this video is a little bit all over the place already, but we're here for it, right? I mean, let's just keep it real. YouTube and Instagram is not always so glamorous, and this is the real deal. So straight into the video. And if you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that little button down below before you go. Join my little family, my dysfunctional family, I guess you can say, because all my videos are always all over the place. But I am excited to be going through all 4 of these palettes. I know that this collection has gotten like so much heat. I honestly haven't tested any of the palettes. I've opened them and looked at them, but I have not used it. It's been sitting on top of my vanity for the longest time just because life has gotten in the way and I haven't been able to just sit down and record. But I'm excited to jump into these palettes. I picked up this entire Vault collection from Morphe.com. I do believe it was restocked yesterday, so it's perfect timing. Enough talking, and let's just jump straight into the video. Okay, so I like the packaging, how it has like this little storage right here and you can just take them all out, and it has the names. So it's kind of cool. I'm the most excited for the Armed and Gorgeous palette and the Dark Magic, so I think I'm going to keep those last. And I think I'm going to start off with Ring the Alarm or Bling Boss. Let me open these up. I do like how little these are and that they do include a little mirror. I mean, I guess for traveling purposes, it's better for them to be a little bit more compact. I honestly, to be real honest and to keep it 100, I have not really been into Morphe that much. And I know that sounds crazy because they're like all over the place, but I feel like they're kind of played out in my eyes, and I've been a lot more into ColourPop and like Dose of Colors than Morphe. I just feel like I'm kind of over them. I don't know, as shitty as that might sound, I'm just gonna keep it honest that I'm kind of over her Morphe collabs. I just feel like I want you to come out with something better. I was honestly really excited about her Makeup Geek collab because I love Makeup Geek shadows. But then she ended up going with Morphe, so I don't know. I'm just ready for something different with her, if that makes any kind of sense. So I believe the first palette I'm going to jump into is going to be Bling Boss. Decide what kind of look I want to do. Kind of don't want to do anything too crazy, too heavy, but we'll see. I'm going to jump into the first color, which is Hush Hush. It's this shade right here. It's a really pretty, like, taupey kind of lavender, I guess you could say, lavender purple. So I'm basically just going to do one eye at a time, then go off camera, finish off the other eye, and just show you guys the completed look. But I'm going to go into Hush Hush in the crease, just basically going back and forth per usual in windshield wiper motions and circular motions, just to make sure that everything blends out smoothly. It's kind of hard because the rest of the colors are all really dark. I think after that I'm going to go into a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to pick up the color Rockstar. Take this kind of lightly, that seems pretty pigmented, and dust this a little bit lower than Hush Hush, just about halfway in. I kind of just want to see how it works first. So I know there's been a lot of like speculation on the palettes. Some people say that they work great, other people say that they don't and they're patchy. So I'm kind of eager to see how this goes today. It kind of sucks that I've seen reviews, because then I feel like it kind of makes me kind of biased and be like, yeah, this sucks, even though I haven't even tried it. It just sucks because it kind of makes you, kind of brings down your excitement for the collection, I guess you can say. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that Rockstar, just build everything up a little bit more. Okay, and then go back in a little bit more with Hush Hush. The only thing I will complain about this palette well, I guess it's not really a complaint. It's more of like a personal preference. You can't really create any subtle looks with this palette. Everything is pretty dark and deep. So this is going to be a lot more of a dramatic look and palette, I guess you can say. So if you're more of the girl that likes drama or likes really deep, plump, smoky eyes, this is going to be the palette for you. Is this a palette that I would reach to all the time? No, probably not. Would I reach to this ever? I'm not really into plums, so I can't say I would, but I don't know. Right now, it's not that the palette doesn't work, it's just it's not my favorite in color terms. Next, I'm going to go into the color Sparks. This one comes off a little bit more burnt red. So I'm going to take this right on top of Rockstar, and I think this is going to be the last shade that I go into with. I probably should have done this shade first, honestly, because it's a lot more, it's kind of weird. It's a lot more warm tone than the rest of the colors. Okay, so I'm not really loving this look at all right now. Okay, I'm gonna go into a clean blending brush because I am not loving the way this is looking right now. And I'm just gonna kind of buff out all those edges. Whenever you go in with a clean blending brush, it kind of just works as an eraser for everything, if that makes any kind of sense. Okay, we're just gonna move on because right now I'm not liking it. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of concealer, and I'm not gonna cut the crease. I'm just kind of gonna put it, let me show you. I'm not gonna cut the crease. I'm just gonna place it right here, and then with my finger, just kind of blend it out, just to give me a clean canvas for that lid space. Making it be a lot softer of a cut crease, as you can say. I think I'm going to go in with the color Ballsy. It being more of a purple tone, more lavender glitter versus like a pink glitter. Okay, so that kind of has like no pigment whatsoever. And I know she says that she goes in with Fix Plus, but your girl don't got Fix Plus right now, so let me go get it. Okay, so this is kind of what I mean about ColourPop. Like, I just feel like you don't need any Fix Plus or like any extra stuff for their shadows. Like, they're just pigmented on their own. I'm just kind of over the whole like Fix Plus stage, if that makes any kind of sense. I know you guys are probably thinking like you're being such a hater right now, but I don't know. That's my response. I don't know. Like, I like having the option of both. Like, if I want it to be more frosty, then I'll add some Fix Plus. But if I think it's good by itself, then it's like good by itself. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take the color Pizzas, and I'm gonna place that right here to kind of ombre that out. Pick up the color Sparks and Rockstar mixed together that we went into earlier, and I'm just gonna hit that outer edge on top of Pizzas just to buff out that outside corner and make sure everything blends in. Very seamless. Once I have the majority of that buffed out, I'm gonna go all the way in. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with this buffing Sigma E40 and just hit those edges. And now I'm going to take the color Bling Bling, which is that first color in the palette, and I'm going to use that for my inner corner highlight. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I finished this eye off camera, did my brows, added just a little bit of foundation and concealer, only about from here up, just so you guys can kind of get the gist of the eye look. So I want to go ahead and finish off the under eye before we move on to the next palette. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that Hush Hush, which was that first color that we went into. And I'm just going to drag this all the way across the lower lash line. Okay, so while I am doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you my thoughts on this palette. I don't think I have a defective palette. I do think these colors work pretty well. Not the best, not like her original eyeshadow palette, not the original, but the one that she came out with that's in Ulta. I do think that one has a little bit better of quality. I'm going to take the color Sparks and Rockstar mixed together, just like we did on top. I do think that that eyeshadow palette has a lot better of quality than this one does. But do I hate it? No. Do I love the colors in this actual palette itself? No. Like, it's not my favorite. It's not that they don't work well. It's just not something that I would use often or a lot. So that's basically all I'm going to do for the under eye. I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara. I'm going to use the NARS Climax mascara. Alright, so this is the completed look using the Bling Boss palette, which is basically the purple lavender kind of palette. Like I said, this palette works fine for me. This just isn't my favorite in color selection. I don't see myself jumping into this that much. I'm not really into like the pinks and the purples and the plums. It's not my vibe. But if you girls are, then you probably would end up liking this palette. It's just not my kind of vibe. I'm more into the warm tones, into the greens and stuff like that. But as far as like lavenders go, it's just not my favorite. But as far as the palette working, it works. It seems to be working just fine. I didn't have any issues with the look I created today. So this is the final look of the look that I created. Okay, so the next palette I think I'm gonna jump into is Ring the Alarm, which is this more warm tone palette. I'm gonna go ahead, remove the makeup I have on right now, and then I'll be right back to jump into Ring the Alarm. Okay, so I went ahead and removed all the makeup. I can already tell that my face is gonna be on fire after removing all this makeup, but I'm gonna jump into the Ring the Alarm palette. This one looks right up my alley. I'm kind of over the neutrals and the warm tones, but it is something that I prefer over the purples. I believe since I did the last eye look was a glittery look, I want to do an all matte eye look. I'm leaning towards a brown smoky eye, just a matte brown smoky eye with maybe one of the shimmers in my inner corner. So I'm going to start off with the color Rush. It's just this really pretty matte orangey brown. And I'm going to dust this into my crease starting in the middle. This is going to be a more rounded eye look. This honestly is my favorite kind of eyeshadow look to do, especially on like a date night when you want to go with like nude, pale nude, glossy lips with a smoky eye. This is my favorite kind of smoky eye. You guys have probably seen me do this on my channel before, but it's okay. So far this color blends out really seamless and really well. I have no issues with this color at all. I'm not sure if like the people who picked it up at Ulta had a different problem with their blendability issues versus people who picked it up at Morphe, but so far I haven't had any real eyeshadow issues with blending out. So now I'm going to go into the color Alert. This is going to be a super quick, super easy eye look. I'm going to go into the color Alert. This one reminds me of like a pumpkin spice kind of look. I'm going to go right on top of that Rush color, and this is a lot more of a vibrant pumpkin-y orange. Ooh, that color is so pretty. And now I'm gonna go into the color Mugshot, which is more of like more on the brown side but still orange kind of color. It's like the in-betweener between Rush and Alert. I'm gonna take this color and I'm gonna pack this all over the lid to see if I want to do the brown or if this look right here would be pretty in itself. Okay, so this palette seems to blend out a lot more seamless than the Bling, why is that a tongue twister? The Bling Boss. It just seems a lot more seamless and a lot more pigmented, I guess you can say. I am going into this eye look a lot more intense than I did with the other one, but so far I'm actually really enjoying this palette. That is really pretty, just like that. But I'm gonna take a little bit of the color Secret. I'm gonna go into that color really lightly and kind of just see what it looks like on top of Mugshot. Okay, so if you go into it lightly, it kind of just deepens it up a little bit. I like that. This eye look with like big fluffy lashes would be freaking gorgeous with a nude matte lip. I'm kind of sad that I'm not doing my entire face with this because this is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go back into Alert and Rush. with this big fluffy blending brush and just buff out those edges. But as you guys can tell, this eye look was literally so simple and so fast. Literally my go-to eye look whenever I'm going on a date with my husband and I'm gonna dress up. I just use this with like nude glossy lips, and I just feel like it's so sexy, and it's like still not really natural, but it brings out a lot of like your natural beauty and not so like cut crease and these crazy colors. It just really lets him focus more on my face, I guess you can say. Okay, and I'm gonna go into the color I believe I'm gonna use on camera, which is this like true orangey gold. And I'm gonna use this for my inner corner highlight as well as my brow bone. That color does not need Fix Plus. That color is freaking gorgeous too. I'm gonna add just a little hint of that at the top. Wow, it's so funny. So if you go into it very like intense, it's like a true orange gold. But if you go into it very lightly, it's like a soft wash of gold. That is really pretty too. So I'm actually gonna go into my lower lash line while I'm here. And I'm gonna pick up just the color. I'm gonna go into Alert and buff that all the way across my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm gonna go into that deep brown Secret, and I'm gonna tight line my lower lash line. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, add some falsies, and be right back to let you know my thoughts on this look. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished off the eye look. I added some lashes and completed the other eye, and I honestly love, love, love this eye look. I know that you guys can't really get the full gist because I don't have a full face of makeup on, but if you guys can picture things like I do, this would be so pretty with like a nude glossy lip. I honestly love the way this turned out with the orange, yellow, gold inner corner. It is so pretty, and it's so funny because I thought that this was going to be my least favorite palette just because, not because of the colors, but in a sense because of the colors, because they're so typical and normal of her and just every other palette. But the blendability of this palette is absolutely amazing. Palette is thebomb.com. This is definitely a palette you take with you to travel, because this one in conjunction with another palette would be so gorgeous with other colors. Not necessarily these colors, but those transitions are key to almost every look. So I'm obsessed with this palette, I'm obsessed with this look, and I hope you guys like this look as well. Let me zoom you guys in real quick so you guys can really get the full gist of the look. Okay, so that completes look number 2. I think my next palette is gonna be Dark Magic, because I kind of want to save this Orange and Gorgeous for last, because I am gonna be getting ready and doing a full face after that. So I believe the next one's gonna be Dark Magic, which is honestly one of my favorite so far to like look at, like aesthetically, I think that's the word, aesthetically, I don't know, whatever. This is so pleasing to look at. So I'm excited to jump into this next. So I'm gonna go ahead, take off this makeup once again, destroy my face, and I'll be right back to jump into that palette. Okay, so I went ahead and primed my eyelids, and now it's time to jump into the Dark Magic palette. I believe I'm gonna start off first with this color right here called Potion. This palette is so different, but it is so pretty. I don't know why, I just feel like I love looking at this palette right now. So I'm going to drag this out a little further. I don't want this eye look to be so rounded. Coming off patchy on camera, but that is because I did not set my eyeshadow. Lately, I have not been setting my eyeshadow primer, so that is why it's coming off patchy. But as soon as I continue to blend it, it will all blend in very seamless together. So by now, this green definitely should have been blended out. So it is giving me a little bit of patchiness. It is not blending out like the others in the Ring the Alarm palette did. I did do the same exact thing for all looks. I put down concealer and I did not set it. So Ring the Alarm blended out very seamless, and this green is being a little difficult to work with. So I'm going to take the color Shh, which is that taupey, cool tone kind of brown. And I'm going to take that and slightly go over green to see if it'll blend out. So I do feel like this palette is gorgeous to look at, but I do feel like it would be the best mixed in with the Armed and Gorgeous palette. I feel like some of the yellows and warm tones with these blues and greens would be absolutely gorgeous. So that blended out a little bit better. I'm gonna go back into Potion and see if I can get it to work better. My eyes are getting so irritated from these brushes. Right here, you can see a little bit of patchiness. Okay, so I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna pick up this time. I think I'm gonna go into Inside Job. Even though I'm really tempted to use this blue, I think I'm going to use Inside Job instead. So just a little lower with this. Ooh, see, now that color is beautiful. That one blends out a lot easier than that Potion did. Maybe I do a halo eye. I was thinking I was going to do a cut crease, but now as I'm starting, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a halo. Such a different kind of blue-green. It's like a teal with an emerald green in it. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go into more of like an angled brush and pick up more of that Inside Job, just so that I can get into this inner corner a little bit easier. Go back in with the Sigma E40, pick up a little bit more of Potion, and kind of try to blend out those edges with that green. Although it is a little hard because that green is a little bit tricky to work with, which is so sad to me because it's such a pretty different kind of green. So I want to try to take a little bit of that blue, it's called Busted, and just place it on top of this green and see what happens. Ooh, that blue is really pretty. So I'm just going to lightly go over it because I don't want to lose the other color because that color is really pretty as well. I just wanted to just honestly test everything out and see how well they work. Go back in with no additional product on that Sigma E40. Dust out those edges one more time. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of my ColourPop concealer, place that in the halo of my eye. Go in with this Alamar Cosmetics flat shader brush and just kind of blend out the concealer. So I want this to be a really blown out halo, not a super precise halo. Okay, so as we learned from the other palettes, the colors need some Fix Plus. So I'm going to test it out without Fix Plus. Yeah. This is the color Power Cut, which is this beautiful metallic silver, which you would think you wouldn't need Fix Plus, but I feel like she designed all her shadows to use Fix Plus, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But dude, can you tell the difference once you spray it with Fix Plus? Like, it's so gorgeous. It just sucks that it needs Fix Plus in order to work properly. Okay, so now I'm going to take that Inside Job with a little bit of that Busted blue, and I'm going to go over these edges to kind of make everything blend seamlessly in together to create that halo eye. I'm going to go back into that angled shader, pick up the same thing, Busted and Inside Job, and do the same thing in the inner corner. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit more of Power Cuts and use that for my inner corner highlight. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush and just go over the edges up here, using it as an eraser, and then as well as in the inner corner. I'm actually loving the way that this ended up looking. I'm going to go ahead and clean off those edges. Now I'm going to go back into Potion and let's see how this works. And I'm going to connect it underneath. Why did that work so much better on the lower lash line? I'm not going to go all the way up. I'm going to kind of go straight out. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of shh and blend that in underneath. And then pick up a little bit of that blue Busted and just kind of tighten line halfway. Push it into the skin, that way it connects with the top. I'm actually obsessed with the way that turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off the other eye off camera. You guys know the deal. Add some lashes and I'll be right back to show you guys the completed look. Okay, so I went ahead and finished off the eye look. I added a little bit of under eyeliner in nude. I added a little bit of silver glitter because I just felt like I wanted to see what it would look like with this look. And I finished off my look with some lashes. So this is a completed look using the Dark Magic palette, and I honestly really love this look. I feel like if I use it in conjunction with another palette using a little bit more warm tones, it could definitely be a little softer. I guess you could say like it will work so well with another palette to create more natural looks. But as far as if you just travel with the Dark Magic palette, you're gonna get a lot more of dramatic looks because all the colors are a lot more darker in tone. But I'm obsessed with this eye look. I feel like it looks so pretty. Would I be able to wear this out a lot? Probably not, unless it went well with an outfit, but it is definitely more of a dramatic look. But as far as all the colors go, I feel like all the colors I used in this look worked amazing except for Potion. I felt like Potion was a little bit patchy, but once you put other colors on top of it and then go back in with Potion, it blends out very easily. It's just a little bit more difficult to work with. I literally cannot handle my hair right now, guys. I'm so sorry that I look so bad right now. But I promise in this completed look, for the next look, I will look 100 times better. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that palette. On to the last palette, the Armed and Gorgeous palette. This is a palette that I was most excited for, so I hope it doesn't let me down because I'm super excited for this palette. So I'm gonna go ahead, take a little lunch break because this video is taking forever to film, and I will be right back to finish off with our last palette. Alright guys, I am ready for our last palette. I am so excited that this is our last palette. Look how crazy my hair is looking right now. I apologize so much, but I am so excited for the last palette because my eyes cannot take it anymore. They are so irritated, but I really wanted to make this video for you guys with 4 looks in it, so it's called Dedication. Wow, I've never noticed this color right here. That color is so pretty. Wow, that is like so icy. Okay, so this is the Armed and Gorgeous palette. This is a palette that I was the most excited about just because of the colors. This coin looks to die for. Wow, that's so pretty too. Why is it not swatching as pigmented though? That's a little bit better. So anyways, I think I'm gonna go in with Assess first and then Top Secret next. I'm kind of nervous for this green because in the Dark Magic palette, the green was a little patchy. So we'll see how this works, but let's start off with Assess first. Okay, so we're gonna take this into our upper crease per usual. And I'm gonna start off in the center. I'm not sure what kind of look I wanna create with this palette, but I do know that I wanna use this orangey yellow kind of shade and then go in with Top Secret directly after. So we will see what kind of look I come up with. I wonder if I should do, oh no, that coin is really pretty. So I think I'm going to use that coin color. So this yellow definitely is extremely pigmented and it blends out really well. I totally can notice some inconsistencies with some of the colors in some of the palettes. Some colors are blending out gorgeous and some colors are a little bit funky, which is kind of weird to me, but I'm assuming maybe it has to do with like the actual color themselves. Maybe it's like more of a difficult color for them to create. Okay, so this yellow is absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually gonna go into VIP. I know it's kind of weird that I'm doing this first, but it just came to me, so I just felt like doing it. That color is so pretty. It is like so icy. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the color Top Secret, which is that olivey green. And I'm going to use this color directly on top of Assess, just a little bit lower, but I am going to be dragging it from inner corner all the way to outer corner. I kind of want this to be an all over blended smoked out green look. We're just going to go with the flow and see what happens. Okay, so you can already tell the difference between this one and that first transition color. This one is going on a little bit more patchy. I think it just has to do with greens, which is funny though because Makeup Geek has some olive greens in their vault, or not vault, I guess you could say, in their like makeup collection or shadow collection, and their greens blend out super easy. So I don't know why she struggled so much with the olives in these palettes, but it's super weird. And it's not too bad. It's workable, you know, but it does seem to be a little bit difficult. So I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that Assess and just blend on top of that. So weird. It is like so patchy. What the hell? So I went into it a little bit more intense this time just to really build up that green, just to see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in to Assess a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit of Secure mixed with Assess, and Secure is this color right here. And I'm gonna go directly over top of that green. The reason I'm taking Secure is because I want a little bit more vibrancy at the top of our crease. And the Assess, why am I struggling with that word? It's being a little, not difficult, but it's just not showing through like I want it to. So I am taking some of that Secure to kind of give me that vibrancy. Smooth Criminal right here. I'm gonna go into this with a Sigma E25, and I'm gonna go a little bit lower than that green, just to see how it works together. I think I'm gonna do an all over cut crease, which is why I'm kind of like rounding it out. But I kind of just wanted to see how that color worked with the other. I'm gonna go back into Top Secret and just kind of try to fix that mess. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease in like a full or half moon all the way from inner to outer, and then I'll be right back to finish the look with you guys. Okay, so I went ahead and cut the crease. Now I'm gonna go into that color Coin, which is that gorgeous, like true yellow gold. And I'm just not even gonna waste my time. I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz the brush with Fix Plus, because we already know that they don't work the other way. Wow, this color is gorgeous. So pretty. Wow, this color is so different. I'm obsessed with it. Literally obsessed. So it's so funny because 2 seconds ago, I did not like this eye look. I wasn't liking the way the green was performing. And now paired against this Coin, I feel like it looks so good. It looks so blended. It doesn't look like it gave me a hard time whatsoever. That is so funny that that happened. So I'm gonna go back in. So I'm gonna go back in with Top Secret, and I'm gonna use this small blending brush just so I can get into those small edges while keeping everything still really precise. I'm just gonna deepen it up a little bit and buff out the edges so it doesn't look so harsh, although it is a cut crease. Really, I'm obsessed with that Coin color, like obsessed. Wow. It literally is like, I'm just gonna stop right there because it looks perfect. It looks so good. I'm gonna finish off this video right now. It is so pretty. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead, finish the other eye, do the rest of my face, and come back to finish the under eye with you guys and apply some lashes and let you guys know my complete thoughts on this collection. Alright guys, so I went ahead to finish off my face. Doesn't the eye look so much better whenever you have a full face of makeup on? I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to do that with the other eye looks, but it would have been so much makeup and my face would have been so raw. But anyways, you guys get the gist. I'm so loving this eye look right now. I'm so obsessed with it. But let's go ahead and finish off the rest of the look. So I want to go into, I think I'm going to go into the color, let me turn this around. I think I'm going to go into the color Agent just because I want to use as many colors as I can for this eye look. So I'm going to go into the color Agent and just take a small pencil brush. Just go ahead and buff this underneath my lower lash line. I don't think I want to go too deep underneath just because I am going to be wearing this out later. So I don't want to look so much like a drag queen. So the weirdest thing happened to me while I was doing my makeup. I went ahead and I used this MAC Fix Plus matte. I shook it and I sprayed my entire face, and then all of a sudden I looked at my face once I was done and I literally had white dots all over my face, like all over my eyeshadow, all over my face, like, and it wasn't like, oh, it's drying. It was legit dried down white polka dots all over my face. I was like, what the hell? I had just got done using a new powder to set my face, the Hourglass Veil Powder. So I thought maybe that was it, but then it dawned on me, because it was all over my eyeshadow as well. It dawned on me that it was definitely the spray. Like, how weird is that? Ugh, my eyes are so raw just from applying so much eyeshadow underneath my lower lash line and taking it off my eyes. I feel so raw right now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into Smooth Criminal, which is this brown right here. Take this and dust this about halfway in underneath my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna finish off the look using this NARS Climax Mascara. And if you guys are wondering what's on my lips, it's this Ren Beauty Lip Balm. My lips were just really dry, so I wanted to go ahead and apply some lip balm before I went in with lipstick. Okay, and the lashes that I have on right now are Lily lashes in the style Miami. I just picked these up from Ulta, and I'm so obsessed with how like spacey these are. I feel like this is the perfect the perfect lash to wear with a look like this when you don't have a wing liner. It gives you that spacey kind of broken up look in between, which lets your eyeshadow really shine through. Okay guys, so that completes this look on using the Armed and Gorgeous palette. I'm gonna go ahead, finish off my hair so I look a little bit more put together for you guys, and then I'm gonna be back to review the entire collection. But as far as this look goes, this is definitely my favorite of the day. I honestly feel like it's kind of biased because I did my entire face, so maybe that's why it looks the best. But anyways, I'm gonna go finish off my face, and then I'll be right back to let you guys know my final thoughts on this entire Vault collection. So I ended up getting a little bit lazy, and I just ended up wetting my hair again and just curling it natural. It is what it is. It looks like a hot mess, but we're just gonna move on and just talk about the makeup because it is what it is. All right, so my final thoughts on this entire collection. Let me put it, you know what? Give me a second. Let me put it all back in the box. If you guys would only see what kind of mess I got going on over here. Okay, so my final thoughts on this collection. Do I feel like you need all of them? Absolutely not. Do I feel like all of them are just to die for and you have to have them? Absolutely not again. Do I think some of them are worth it and some of them are pretty good? Yes. So I have to agree with some of the rumors that are going around right now. I do feel like some of the shadows are inconsistent with each other. I feel like some of them are absolutely amazing. I feel like some of them are great, they blend out well, but then I do feel as if there are a select few that are a little bit patchy. I feel like they aren't as easy to blend. Can you make them work? Yes. Is it worth paying the money to make them work? Not really. I do feel like ColourPop has better shadows than these. These are only $15. I think I bought the whole Volt. I think it was like for 40 bucks or 36 or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me. Personally, I feel like for me, they were worth it because I was able to film a video for you guys. But do I feel as if you need all these? No, I don't. My favorites of the four were definitely Armed and Gorgeous, Ring the Alarm, and Dark Magic. Dark Magic is a little bit too dark for the average girl. If you are into very smoky eyes, blown out, teals, blues, yes, absolutely get it because it's absolutely gorgeous. I feel like the average person is gonna love Ring the Alarm because that is the typical trend, the warm tones, the oranges, the reds, the siennas. I do think the most popular out of all of them is gonna be the Armed and Gorgeous because it is different but still neutral at the same time. I absolutely love the Armed and Gorgeous. Let me take it out. But I do feel like the greens in that one and Dark Magic are just a little bit tricky to work with. It looks very blended out right now on my eye, but it did take a while to get there. But as far as like, I guess if you were to take this color out, the rest of the colors are great and gorgeous. I just hate, I know this sounds bad because I used to do it all the time. I used to spray Fix Plus on every shadow, but nowadays I feel like the shadows that some companies have been coming out with, like the shimmers, are pigmented enough where you don't need Fix Plus. And I feel like with every single one of these shadows, you needed Fix Plus. Except for Coin, I think I used Fix Plus on this eye, but I didn't use it on this eye, and it was still just as pigmented. But I feel like all the shimmers just didn't live up to what I expected. They did once I sprayed some Fix Plus on it, but sometimes I don't want to use Fix Plus. Like I just want to shorten up my routine. It's already 30,000 steps to get to where I'm at right now. So anything to shorten it up, I love. I know I sound so negative right now, but I don't mean to be. This is an amazing palette or a collection. I just feel like it could have been a little bit better. That's all. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. I'm just going in circles, getting there. But that basically completes this video. Let me know what you guys think about this collection. Let me know if you're gonna pick it up. Let me know if you have it. How does yours work? Let me know about the, what is it called? The looks that I came up with today, if you like them. I'm absolutely obsessed with this one right here. I'm so glad that I saved this one for last. And I didn't know what I was gonna come up with, but I'm so happy that I did because I absolutely love this look. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so sorry if this is a long video, but it is 4 looks in one. And I'm gonna go on vacation right after this in like 2 hours, and I am so ready. Let's go to Disney, and let me know what you guys think, and follow me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.